Zeke,
Hey,
what's
great to
going
meet you,
on?
man.
Zeke Mayo,
How are you?
preseason player.
We
of the
finished
year.
with the best here,
Mhm.
right? This is the way to finish. We had to wait all day for you,
Here's,
but we
here's-
still got
here's my
energy.
question.
I had to wait all day
We're
to
good.
be here.
We're good. How you
Here's
doing?
my question.
Good.
Last name of Mayo. Where's the NIL deal with
I know, it's true.
Hellmans,
I've
with
been pushing
Dukes?
it. I've been
Really?
pushing it.
You haven't gotten anything yet?
I've been pushing it.
All right, we're gonna work on that for you.
Yeah.
We're gonna work. I gotta write it down to remind myself, but we're gonna work on the NIL deal.
Yeah, I've been
all right?
pushing it.
All right, so man, I gotta start with this. A Lawrence, Kansas kid
Yep.
ends up at South Dakota State and in his preseason player of the year in the Summit.
Yeah.
I want to know, how many times did Bill Self get in the gym and see you play? Do you remember?
I do recall 2 times. One, my freshman year of high school, playing in an AAU tournament in Wichita, came down there, and then once we went to their team camp as a high school, I had him in the gym.
And were you just not good enough, or what was it? What was the evaluation?
Hey, I couldn't tell you. That's not a question for me.
What do you think it was? Honestly, what do you think it was that maybe people passed on you at the high major level?
Probably my physical appearance. I wasn't
Really?
the biggest kid, wasn't the fastest, wasn't the strongest. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about development.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they missed out now. So,
Mm-hmm.
there's no going back. But, no, I'm
Well,
blessed to be here.
When you go back to Lawrence, is it weird now, the reaction you probably get from people? Like, why didn't we recruit you?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, people know. They've seen my name out there. They've seen film.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm in a great spot right now. I'm successful. So I'm
The right spot for you.
Exactly. You know.
Sometimes,
I don't think enough people realize that.
Yeah.
Right? Like maybe if you end up at Kansas, right? You don't
Right.
get the same opportunities
Mhm.
to develop. You don't get the same opportunities to play.
And that was kind of my
Yeah.
approach
Really?
during this offseason. Like, it was situational for me personally. Like, if I were to go somewhere higher, would I come off the bench, play 15 to 20 minutes versus staying here, average 30, 35 minutes, still have the ball in my hands, got the green light. It was just all situational.
Pretty good. The freedom,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
The freedom you have here, you're
I
probably
can't-
not getting
I can't pass up on
at some
that.
of those other
Yeah.
places.
But then also look at the I don't mean to cut you.
Yeah.
Actually, I do mean to cut you off.
Whatever.
I talk too much as it is. But look at some of the star guards in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
Right? Where did CJ McCollum come from? Where did
Yeah,
Steph Curry
ton
come
of
from?
them,
Where
ton of
did Damian Lillard come
Yeah.
from? Now, I'm not going to say that you're going to be an all NBA point guard. I'm not
Right.
going to put that level of expectation on you. But
Right.
if
Not
you're
yet.
good enough,
Soon.
they'll
maybe.
find the level that you want to get to. I'm sure
Mhm.
they'll find you if you're good enough.
No
Right?
doubt. No doubt.
Speaking of Dame, how was that?
Fantastic.
Damian Lillard camp he went to this
Fantastic.
awesome.
Had a great time down there. It was a great experience just to be surrounded by, that whole crew
Yeah.
and some of the best players in the country. I mean, both high school and college. So, it was amazing.
Last year was kind of, I don't know if surprising for you. You could tell me. I mean, did you expect to do what you did last year and break out? There were a lot of factors that went into it. We got these flies,
I know
man.
that.
Obviously Baylor leaving.
Mhm.
Some injuries as well. Like you were thrust into it and you delivered.
Yeah, I mean, it was a quick adjustment.
Was it?
I mean, going into the season, it was just kind of like we don't really know who's going to be the guy. So in my mind, I understood that, I feel like my talent can get me in that position, and not just from a scoring standpoint, like creating plays for my teammates and being, taking on that leadership role. But yeah, losing Baylor was obviously huge, and then the injuries, it all got thrown at me pretty quick and thrown at all of us.
Yeah.
We all had to take on some roles that we weren't used to, but that's what basketball is like. I mean, stuff gets thrown at you, you got to embrace it, and then you got to deliver.
Timing, man.
Exactly.
I want to ask you about 2 players. So we're going to start with Luke Apple.
Yeah,
Obviously, he was
yeah.
banged up last year.
Mhm.
Was named preseason first team all conference. What have you seen from him this summer? What are we going to see from him now that he's going to be at full strength?
Nothing but hard work. I mean, the kid can play. Like, his interior presence for us is going to be so huge this year. He's very, very physical, and he competes at a very, very high level. So I'm expecting big things out of him, and I think first team was exactly where he should have been listed. He's a great, great player for us, and I can't wait to have him back out there with us.
The other guy is we produce the Almanac, which is a preseason publication, all college basketball. And
If you haven't seen it, we'll get you a copy for free.
We'll get you a copy. And what we did for every league was we had an anonymous coaches poll.
Say that word again.
Anonymous.
You really screwed that word
Yeah,
up.
I messed it up.
Yeah.
I got I'm not even going to say his last name.
For 4 hours into the show, I'll give him a mulligan on that one.
We got for breakout players, player who scares you the most, best pro prospect. Breakout player was Matthew Moores, an anonymous. There you go. I got it that time. Coaches poll for coaches in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see a big year coming from him?
Absolutely. I see a huge year for him because, I mean, he showcased some of his talents last year. Coming from Wisconsin, like he's been at a high level school, and when he came down here, he wasn't used to being out there. He didn't play for a year, so. But I mean, it takes time, and he's got the talent to compete and play alongside some of the best players in the country. So I think this year is definitely going to be huge for him.
All right, what is it like playing for Coach Henderson? I want the real stuff here. I don't want this like players speak that you've been giving to other people here.
No,
Give me a good story. He's got great energy, and he's not here, so you're not going to get in trouble. And there's only a few people watching.
He's an amazing coach, man. I mean, I'm blessed to be playing under him. He brings energy to our team every single day, whether it's 8 in the morning, 8 at night. But no, I mean we've butted heads a couple times. But
over what? What are you butting heads over?
I'm not gonna go there. But
shot selection. What are we at?
No. But no, he's a great coach, and he has high expectations for each and every one of us.
Good energy too, right?
Oh, fantastic.
Right. I mean, he brings it every day.
Never a dull moment.
Really?
Never a dull moment.
Yeah, it seems it.
What is it like playing for South Dakota State in general? I think the thing that people don't realize, this has been a talking point for us the whole day, but the state of South Dakota, the Summit League, I think North Dakota as well, like they love basketball in a way that I don't think people from outside this region really truly understand.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, like just being here in this arena right here, this is where the tournament is held, and we fill the seats every single year. But for South Dakota State in general, like the community, the culture, the environment, it's incredible. I mean, we fill that arena up every time we play in there, and I mean, it's been proven we have the best home record in the last decade or so. So, I mean, it's a blessing to put this blue and yellow on night in, night out, and go out there and compete.
You've lived in Lawrence, and you've seen what it's like for Kansas players.
Absolutely.
In the city of Lawrence, in the town of Lawrence. What is it like for South Dakota State players in Brookings, and how does that kind of compare in terms of the way that the community embraces you?
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly pretty similar. Like Kansas is obviously a much bigger school, but I'm not going to say they're as like tight-knitted of a community as Brookings is. Like we embrace football, basketball, volleyball. So like there's every single sport you can name. The community of Brookings really loves it, and they support it.
Yeah. Last thing real quick is just you look at the run of players that have come through the South Dakota State program in the last decade, from Nate Walters to the Dominator Mike Dom to Baylor Shireman to you. It's really impressive. One, the talent identification, right? The guys that you can get in. But two, you watch them grow over 4 years. Like these guys, everybody gets better in that program. What is it about the just SDSU that allows that to kind of happen?
Yeah, I think it's just understanding, where we're at and where we come from. Just as, mid-major players, like your name is not at the top of the list of, everywhere in the country, but you're more than capable of getting there. And the coaching staff does a great job of, developing us over the course of the years and improving our game in every aspect you can name. Like, my position coach specifically has done a fantastic job of working with me and, getting in the gym with me whenever I'm available and whenever he's available. So they take a lot of pride in that. And, each and every player that's been through this program is very, very thankful for that.
All right. So what is it? Hellman's mayonnaise? What's the big mayo?
Dukes,
is that the big one?
Kraft.
What else we got?
I like Kraft.
I'm writing them down. Kraft's your favorite?
No. I'm not gonna say my favorite.
What's your favorite? Dukes. I don't even know what Dukes is.
What?
No, I got nothing.
Whoever
Dukes?
drops the bag, Zeke.
Yeah, that's true too.
That's true.
We're just gonna. I'm writing them down. We got options.
Dukes, Kraft, Hellman's.
Anything else? Have we tried? Like, is anybody?
I've
really.
I've tried Kraft. I've tried Dukes.
Nothing.
All
right, we're gonna help you here. Dukes, I have no idea what it is.
I can work with
we'll get you a number later. We'll try to orchestrate. We won't even take 20%. That's the greatest part of it.
Right.
We take nothing.
Hey, whatever you say.
We take the big goose egg.
Whatever
It's
you
all
say.
yours.
Whatever you
all
say.
right.
Whatever
Listen,
you say.
great meeting you, my man. Great meeting you.
Pleasure.
Likewise.
Thank you.